does not wait for you to settle. It just rushes forward. Because whoever this is about, they are not calm right now, not even a little bit, not even a little bit. Not even close. I feel like the first thing the cards want me to say is whatever you did not do anything wrong. You simply existed in front of this person in a way that rearranged something inside them permanently. That is not something you engineered. That is not something you planned. You just happened to this person. And now they cannot seem to find their way back to who they were before you entered their awareness. The first card falling here is the Devil. And before you tense up, let me explain exactly what this means. In a context like this, the Devil is not dark. It is magnetic. It is the card of obsession and fixation and pull. This card tells me this person has thought about you in ways that surprised even themselves when the thoughts arrived. There is a hook in them, something that keeps pulling their attention back to you no matter where they try to aim it. They could be in a crowded room surrounded by interesting people, and their mind still drifts straight to you. I feel like they have tried to redirect this, tried to spread their attention out, tried to give it to others. It has not worked. It does not work. The pull toward you overrides everything else they attempt to focus on. The next card is the Knight of Pentacles. And this night, they are not moving fast. They are moving with intention. This is not a frantic, scattered energy. This is a desire that has settled into something patient and deliberate. This person is not just caught up in a moment with you. They have been sitting with this feeling and letting it deepen. They have been learning you, noticing you, filing away information about you, like it is something they need to keep. I feel like they are the kind of person who does not want just a version of you. They want the actual you. The Three of Cups reversed comes in next. And in this position, it is speaking to something very specific. This person has stepped back from other connections, other possibilities, other people who have tried to get close. Not dramatically, not with a big announcement, just quietly, naturally, because nothing else holds their interest. Nobody else makes them feel the way you make them feel, and they have started to stop pretending otherwise. The comparison is not fair to anyone else in the picture, and on some level they already know that. I feel like they have caught themselves measuring every interaction against what it feels like to be near you. Nothing measures up, nothing comes close, and that realization has made everything else feel a little flat. The Ace of Wands ignites in the center of this spread, and this is pure, undiluted desire and fascination. This card is a spark, a beginning that cannot be undone, a fire that does not know how to stop being fire. Something about you lit something in this person, and that light has been burning steadily ever since. It is not going out, it is not dimming. If anything, it has been getting brighter the longer this goes on. I feel like they feel this physically, like there is a warmth that comes with thinking of you, a real and present one. The Hierophant reverse grounds this opening layer with something important I want you to understand fully. This person has thrown out their usual rules about how they engage with feelings, about who they allow in. Whatever framework they had before, whatever type they typically went for, whatever their pattern was, you broke it. You do not fit neatly into what they expected to want. And yet here they are wanting no one else but you. That is the most telling thing about all of this, because the heart that surprises itself is the most sincere heart. I feel like this person looks at you sometimes and quietly thinks, I did not see you coming, and I cannot imagine going back. Stay with me here. Because the layers underneath this desire, they are even more specific and even more telling. Let me also name what this message is really saying, because I think it deserves to be said plainly. This is not about someone who kind of likes you, kind of thinks about you, kind of finds you appealing. This is about a person who has been altered by you, who is operating in a new reality because of you. The desire in this reading, it is singular and it is complete. There is genuinely no one else in this picture. Not because this person is closed off or not looking, but because looking requires some interest and they have none. Their eyes keep finding you, and everything else, it just does not register the same way anymore. Now we turn this entirely toward you because your energy in this situation matters deeply. This is about what you have been feeling, what you carry into this connection. I feel like there is something about you that you have not fully given yourself credit for in a while. There is a quality in your energy that is genuinely rare. And the cards are making that very clear right now. The first card for your layer is the Queen of Cups, and she is sitting right at the center of this. She is not performing, she is not chasing, she is not trying to be anything other than exactly what she is. And that right there is the very thing that has this person completely and utterly undone. You carry a depth that most people sense before they understand it, an emotional gravity that pulls without effort. I feel like you do not always realize how much of yourself you radiate simply by being present in a space. The way you engage, the way you listen, the way something in your face changes when you actually care about something. These things, they are not invisible, they are magnetic. And this person has been helplessly magnetized. The Chariot comes in next for your layer, and this is about your momentum, your direction, your self-possession. You have been moving forward in your own life, focused on your own path, not orbiting anyone or anything. And that independence, that quiet confidence in your own direction, it is one of the most attractive things about you. I feel like this person watched you move through your own life and thought, that is someone who knows who they are. That is not something they encounter often, and it landed in them in a way that has not lifted since. The Six of Pentacles appears next, and this speaks to the way you give, the way you show up for people. There is a generosity in you, not a doormat generosity, but a genuine warmth that extends naturally and freely. You make people feel seen. You make people feel like what they say and who they are actually registers with you. This person felt that from you, maybe in a single interaction, maybe over time, but they felt it clearly. I feel like you gave them something they did not expect, a moment of real recognition, and it stayed with them. That kind of gift, it creates a loyalty in people that is very hard to replicate with anyone else afterward. The Five of Cups reversed comes in now, and this one is about your own journey through disappointment. You have come through something, maybe more than one something, and you are still soft on the other side of it. You did not harden, you did not close, you did not decide that caring was no longer worth the vulnerability. That choice, the choice to stay open after being hurt, it shows in your energy in a way that is unmistakable. I feel like this person sensed your resilience not as toughness, but as a kind of quiet, earned tenderness. The kind that only exists in people who have felt real things and chosen to keep feeling anyway. The Lovers falls into your spread next, and in this position, it is speaking directly to your own desires. There is a part of you that wants to be truly chosen, not settled for, not convenient, but genuinely chosen. You want someone whose desire for you is specific, not transferable, not something they could feel for just anyone. I feel like somewhere inside you, you have known that this person looks at you differently than others do. You may have brushed it off, rationalized it, told yourself you were reading too much into ordinary things. But the body knows before the mind admits it, and your body has registered this person's energy for a while. The Page of Wands closes your layer, bright and curious and honest about what it wants. This card is asking you to let yourself be a little excited about what is unfolding here, to allow it. You are allowed to want this. You are allowed to receive this level of singular focused desire. You do not have to earn it any more than you already have by simply being who you are. I feel like the cards want you to stop minimizing what you bring into a room, into a connection, into someone's life. Whatever you did to this person, it was just you, and just you is apparently more than enough. It is actually quietly exactly everything they have been looking for. Let me also speak to something the cards keep circling back to for your side of this reading. There is an authenticity in you that acts almost like a filter. People sense very quickly whether you are real, and you are real consistently, in a way that does not shift depending on who is in the room with you. That consistency, that quiet integrity in how you show up, it is rarer than you know, it is felt immediately. This person did not just fall for a moment with you, they fell for the pattern of you, the wholeness of you. Now we step fully into their world because this part belongs entirely to this person. This is their inner landscape, their private reasoning, the place where all of this desire actually lives. I feel like the moment I moved into their energy, something almost restless came rushing forward immediately. There is a heat in this person that they have been trying to manage, and it is not as manageable as they hoped. The first card for their side is the Five of Wands reversed, and this told me something very significant. This person has stopped fighting the feeling. They have stopped trying to talk themselves out of wanting you. For a while, there was an internal argument happening, a back and forth between wanting and resisting. That argument is over now. The wanting side won completely, and there's almost a surrender quality to their energy. I feel like they reached a point where exhaustion set in, where fighting it took more energy than just feeling it. So they put down the resistance, and now the feeling just sits in them openly, fully, without apology. The Eight of Swords reversed comes in next, and this is one of the most freeing cards I can see for someone. This person has cut away the blindfold they had around their own desire. They are seeing it clearly now. They are no longer telling themselves stories about why this is impractical or complicated or too much. They have simplified it down to the most honest version of the truth, which is, I want this person fully. I feel like there was a moment, a specific one, where they stopped editing their own feelings and just let them be real. That moment changed something in them, something that cannot be unchanged, and they are not trying to undo it. The motive underneath all of this, it comes through with the King of Wands sitting upright and completely certain. This person is not passive in what they feel. There is an active, directed quality to how they carry this desire. They are not just hoping something happens, they are thinking about how to make something happen deliberately. There is a quiet strategy forming in them, not manipulative, just purposeful, just moving toward you with intention. I feel like they have been watching for signals from you, reading your energy, trying to understand what you need. They want to approach this in a way that works, that feels right, that gives this the best possible chance. The shadow card here is the moon, and this speaks to what they are still afraid of underneath all that certainty. The fear is not that they want you too much. They have already accepted that. They are past that particular fear. The fear is that what they feel is not something you are able to fully receive, that the depth of it might overwhelm. They are aware that what they carry for you is not small, and they do not want that size to be a problem. I feel like they have had a moment of what if this is too much for them? What if I am too much right now? That vulnerability is real, and it sits right underneath all the certainty, like a soft, unprotected place. The Nine of Wands comes in here, and this person, they are a little battle-worn from their own feelings. They have been holding this desire up for a long time, maintaining it, keeping it steady without anywhere to put it. That takes a specific kind of endurance, and I want you to understand how much of that endurance is about you. They have not redirected this elsewhere, not diluted it, not let it fade towards someone more available or convenient. I feel like that is one of the most profound things this reading has shown me, the loyalty of their wanting. They are specifically loyal to this feeling about specifically you, and that loyalty has cost them something real. The trigger for where they are now, it comes through with the Tower reversed at the base of their spread. Something shifted in the structure of their inner world quietly, without drama, but completely and permanently. A moment happened, maybe small on the outside, but seismic on the inside, and after it they were simply different. I feel like they know exactly what that moment was. They could name it, they replay it more than they admit. Whatever you did in that moment, however ordinary it felt to you, it detonated something in them that has not settled. That is the answer to the message. That is what you did. You gave them a moment they could not come back from. Let me speak to one more thing before we move forward, because the cards are pulling at it. This person does not desire you in a way that is about possession or control, not even slightly. Their desire is more like reverence, like they want to be close to something they find genuinely remarkable. There is an admiration woven through it. a respect that gives the wanting a quality most desire does not have. Now, the energy shifts again. This is about what this person is preparing to do, the steps forming, the direction becoming clear. I feel like there is a decisiveness in their energy right now that was not fully present even a short while ago. Something locked into place for them recently, a quiet internal click, and now there is a sense of forward momentum. The first card here is the Two of Wands, and this person, they are standing at the edge of a decision. They are holding the world in their hands, literally looking out at what is possible, weighing what to do next. This card tells me they have already made the decision internally. They are simply choosing the right moment now. The question for them is no longer if, it has moved completely past if, it is sitting firmly in when and how. I feel like they have been quietly building courage, not from a place of weakness, but from a place of care. They want to do this, right? They do not want to fumble something this important to them, so they are being deliberate. The Knight of Cups comes in riding forward, and unlike the restless energy earlier, this knight is focused. He knows where he is going. He is not scattered. He is not second guessing. He is simply moving toward you. This tells me the approach is going to be romantic in its sincerity, tender in its delivery, specific in its intention. They are not going to be vague with you. They are not going to hint and hope you decode it. I feel like they have decided that you deserve clarity, that this feeling is too real to be expressed in half measures. There is a version of them that is going to show up for you with their whole chest, and it is coming soon. The Ace of Pentacles drops in here, and this card is a new beginning in the most grounded, tangible sense. This is not an impulsive declaration. This is an offering, something they have thought through and are ready to commit to. They want to build something with you, not just confess a feeling and see what happens in a casual way. The desire in this person, it comes with a vision, and the vision is something real, something that lasts. I feel like they have thought about what it would look like to actually have you in their life consistently, not as a fantasy, but as a daily, ordinary, beautiful reality, and that thought has not frightened them at all. The Three of Pentacles moves in next, and this speaks to collaboration, to two people building something together. This person sees you as a partner in the fullest sense, someone they want to construct a life alongside. Their desire is not just about the feeling, it is about the future, about what becomes possible if you say yes. I feel like they have a specific picture in their mind, not rigid but clear, and it has you at the center of it. The changes that come with their move forward, they are not just changes in the dynamic between you two. They are changes in this person themselves, a returning to something open and alive that desire has woken up in them. The Judgment card rises here, and this is about awakening, about a call that cannot be ignored or postponed. This person has heard a call, and they are answering it fully, without more delay, without more negotiation. The call is you. It has always been you in this chapter of their life, and they are done pretending otherwise. I feel like answering this call is going to feel like the most honest thing they have done in a very long time. Like finally saying something that has been true for so long that saying it will feel like exhaling completely. The Six of Wands closes this layer with a quiet triumph, a card of someone who chose the brave thing. This person is about to step forward and claim what they want. And in doing so, they are going to shift everything. The shift is not frightening in these cards. It is clean, it is clear, it is something both of you have been moving toward. I feel like when this happens, when they finally close that distance between what they feel and what they say, it will land. It will land exactly where it is supposed to, in the part of you that has already been quietly making room for it. What they do next is simple. They choose you openly, specifically, without any of the hesitation that came before. Let me also speak to the timing, because the cards are being very specific about it right now. This is not something that sits years away in the distance. The energy here is immediate. It is present tense. I feel like this person is already in the process of creating the moment, already arranging the conditions. They are not waiting for something external to change. They are the thing that is changing, and it is already happening. The window is open, the move is forming, and what comes next is closer than you might currently think it is. Whatever this looks like when it arrives, it is going to be unmistakable. It is going to be completely clear. This is the layer I have been most curious about because this is where we go underneath everything. This is the part that lives beneath the desire. The part this person has never once said to another soul. The confessions, the private truths, the things they turn over in the quiet, we are bringing all of it forward. I feel like this person has an entire inner world built around you that would genuinely surprise you if you saw it. The first card here is the Eight of Cups reversed, and in this position, it is speaking to something very raw. This person tried to want someone else, tried to invest their feelings somewhere safer, somewhere less consuming. They gave it a real attempt. They were not lazy about it. They genuinely tried to redirect what they feel. Every single time something in them said, no, this is not it. This is not the one. Turn back around. I feel like they have a specific awareness of what is missing in every other connection, and that missing thing is you. Not a quality of you, not a vibe similar to you, specifically you, the actual irreplaceable version of who you are. The hidden confession that comes through first, it is this. They think about you at the beginning of their day before they have spoken to anyone, before the noise of the day comes in. Their mind goes to you first. That is not something they planned. It is not something they invited. It simply happens every time without fail. You are the first place their attention lands when it has not yet been claimed by anything else. I feel like they find that both comforting and a little overwhelming because it confirms something they already knew. The Nine of Pentacles moves in next, and this card speaks to something self-possessed and quietly proud. This person is not someone who falls easily. They have a standard, they have a sense of their own worth. The fact that they have fallen this completely for you is not something they take lightly or feel embarrassed by. They actually feel a private kind of pride in it, like their heart chose well, like this desire reflects good taste. There is a confession in that too, a silent one, something like, I am glad it is you that I cannot get over. I feel like they would not trade this feeling even on the hard days when carrying it becomes genuinely exhausting. The emotional truth of this person comes through with the Two of Cups reversed at the center of this layer. This card reversed tells me they have felt the ache of this connection being unnamed, being unreciprocated in words. They have felt what it is like to be this close to someone and have the feeling exist only on their side. And yet they have stayed present, stayed open, stayed willing to feel it even without a return yet. That kind of emotional endurance is not common. It speaks to how certain they are that you are worth the wait. I feel like they have asked themselves, is this real or am I imagining the pull between us? And the answer keeps coming back real. The physical awareness in this reading comes through with the Ace of Wands reversed in this position. There is an energy in this person that sparks when you are physically near, something that sharpens and becomes alert. They become more conscious of themselves around you, more aware of how they present, more tuned to the space between you. Not in an anxious way, in an alive way, the way you feel when something genuinely matters and you know it. I feel like your voice does something specific to them, something they would struggle to put into ordinary language. The way you speak, the rhythm of how you express things, it catches in them in a place they were not expecting. What they have never said, it comes through with the Hermit reversed at the close of this layer. This person has been alone with this feeling for long enough. The solitude of wanting you has run its course. They have never said, you are the standard now. Everyone else is being measured against something they cannot reach. They have never said, being near you feels like the version of my day I was actually waiting for. They have never said, I notice when you leave a room before you have even fully left it. I feel like that last one, it is the truest thing in this entire layer, and it has never once left their own mind. The depth of attention this person gives you privately is something most people will never experience in their lives. You are being witnessed in a way that is rare and complete, and entirely without any agenda except wanting you. Let me add one more layer here because something is still coming through and it needs to be said. There is a specific kind of longing in this person that has a very domestic, ordinary quality to it. They do not only think about grand moments with you, they think about simple ones, unremarkable ones, sitting somewhere quiet with you. We have arrived at the final layer, and I want you to take a full breath before we step into it. Everything this reading has uncovered, every layer, every card, every truth, it has all been leading here. The near future, the advice, the outcome, the close, this is where it all comes together for you. I feel like the energy in this final part is different from everything before it. It is warmer. It is more settled. Like something that has been in motion for a very long time is finally finding its landing place. The first card in this closing layer is the Ten of Cups, and I want you to really receive this one. This card, it is the card of emotional completion, of finding what the heart has been reaching toward. It does not show up lightly. It does not show up for situations that are temporary or surface level. It shows up when something real and lasting is either arriving or already forming just beneath the surface. I feel like this connection has the architecture of something meaningful, not just a chapter, but an entire story. The near future shows the Ace of Cups, fresh and full and completely new. A beginning that is also an answer. Something is going to open between you and this person, a conversation, a moment, a shift that cannot be undone. This person is going to let you see them more clearly, more completely, more honestly than they have allowed before. And what they show you, it is going to be worth receiving. It is going to be worth letting in. I feel like the near future also holds a deepening, not a sudden dramatic explosion, but a steady, meaningful deepening. The kind that happens when two people stop pretending they do not feel what they both clearly feel. The advice coming through is the Queen of Wands, sitting upright, warm, completely at home in herself. She's asking you to meet this moment from your fullest self, not a guarded version, not a careful edited version. She is saying, stand in what you feel, trust what you know, let your own warmth be as visible as theirs. Because this person is coming towards you with everything they have, and you are allowed to come forward too. I feel like the advice is also to stop waiting for a perfect moment to acknowledge what already exists between you. The moment is not going to be perfect, it is going to be real, and real is actually so much better. The outcome here is the Star followed by the World, and I genuinely had to pause when these two came in together. The Star is hope confirmed. It is the feeling of finally being seen by something that had been dark before. The World is arrival. It is wholeness. It is the sensation of something completing itself in exactly the right way. Together, these two cards are telling you that what is building between you and this person is not going to disappoint. I feel like the outcome carries a quality of relief and recognition combined, like something clicking finally into place. Like two things that were always meant to connect, connecting. And the sound of it is quiet but completely certain. The closing card for this entire reading is the Four of Wands, and it is glowing. It is celebratory. It is wide open. This is the card of homecoming, of arriving somewhere that immediately feels like where you were supposed to be. I feel like this person is going to feel like a kind of homecoming for you, not because it is familiar, but because it is right. There is a rightness to this connection that the cards have not stopped pointing towards since the very first layer. Whatever you did to this person, whoever you were in the moment, that changed everything for them. Hold on to that. Because that version of you, the natural, unguarded, real version, is the exact version that created all of this. You did not have to be more. You did not have to be different. You just had to be yourself. And that was everything. Simone looked at exactly who you are and decided there is no one else. There is no substitution. There is only you. I feel like you deserve to sit with that for a moment, really sit with it, not brush past it or minimize it. You are someone's only not because they have no other options, but because no other option compares to you. Let that be true. Let yourself believe it. Let it settle into the part of you that has been quietly waiting.